No, it's not clickbait. I know what you think, like, oh, I sold all my crypto, and then when you watch the video, you find out that I sold like 1%. No, I sold quite a lot of crypto because of a couple of good reasons, which I'm going to show you right now. So this video is basically me saying how I'm going to play this crypto market, because I feel like there are some things coming that you should beware of, and I don't know if it's going to play out, but keep in consideration that it might happen, because you do not want to be at one side of the line when all bad stuff is happening right there, when you can, diversify a little bit. So let's talk about my strategy. Do with it whatever you want. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Welcome to the FOMO Factory. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, 808 members already, going very strong towards 1,000. So let's jump right into it. Join the fam. I will be here every single day, 15 p.m. UTC, for you with a new video about long-term investing to make a shitload of money in the next cycle. I've been in 3 cycles right now. I learned a lot, and I'm trying to give you all my experience right here, so you do not have to wait 9 years or whatever to get the same experience, right? That's basically, we want to help each other with that. So about the video, yes, I sold a lot of crypto. I sold my crypto. Sounds like I sold all my crypto. So if it sounded a little clickbaity, sorry for that, but yes, I sold a lot of crypto, and I've got a very good reason for that. So this video is, it's not none of my videos are that time sensitive, as I'm not making like, oh, this coin is pumping now, like fuck that shit. No, I'm not doing that. This is like set for the longer term investing, right? Investing at the lows of this cycle right here, wherever it might be. If we are already at the low, it might get low, whatever. And then cashing out big time at the top of the next cycle. And I'm pointing towards this because this is where I think Bitcoin is headed. So but why did I sell them? Because we are pretty much near the bottom, right? If we are not there already. Yeah, I was pretty convinced that we have already seen the bottom. To start with that, we have a lot of indicators showing that we are at or near the bottom. If we take a look, for example, at where the fuck is my chart? Here we go. If we take a look at, for example, the pi cycle bottom indicator flashing, the times that it flashed, it was the bottom and it flashed again. So based on these 2 previous times, you would say this is the bottom, but that's just one indicator, and things are indeed different. Things are different every fucking cycle, and I hate these people saying that it's not different. The only thing that's not different is that it's not that it's different again, and yeah, whatever. But that's one indicator that shows us that the bottom is in. Another thing that makes me very bullish on crypto is that the monthly stochastic RSI is at levels that you would say, like, man, if you bought here the previous times and you just sold at the top, then you'll make a shitload of money. So if you're very bad at trading and you are willing to lose a little bit money in the short term but make more money in the long term, just put in the monthly stochastic RSI, buy when it's low right now, and you will make 10, 20, 50, 40, 50, 5, I don't know, it's not a word, 100 X's in the longer term. So that's very easy to do. But what I basically want to do is play the shorter term as well, so that I don't make a 50x but a 100x, that I don't make a 100x but a 200x, because there's a lot of money to be made if you buy the right levels in between, right? So that's also the reason why I have sold some. Now, also, you could argue that if you look at the DXY and you put it on the daily chart, it's on a rampage right now. Yes, it's going very strong, and you could argue that it's forming a double top right here, which is usually very bearish, and the stochastic RSI in the DXY is very overbought as well. So it has to come down, right? And it won't surprise me if that's indeed what's going to happen, that the DXY says like, yo dude, oh man, I can't no more. And that's very good for crypto. On the other hand, if I look at the macros, inflation is just not looking good. There is actually a recession, although they are not calling it a recession. That's not looking really good. The stock markets look like they are expecting a pullback right here. And basically, when I look at Bitcoin and the weekly RSI, weekly stochastic RSI, I made a lot of videos about that. Every time stochastic RSI is that overbought, it comes down. Here overbought, it comes down. Here overbought again, might probably come down. And altcoins are not looking any different right now. So what I did, is first thing you want to do in crypto, you want to have a goal, right? You want to have a and you basically want to have two goals. One goal is a very realistic goal that you can achieve. So I don't know what your money income is and all that, but let's say you have a $500 to spare every single month to put in crypto, right? So you invest $6,000 every year in crypto. If your goal is to make $100,000 in the next cycle, that's a realistic goal, right? So make a realistic goal. Also make an unrealistic goal, right? If you have $500 to spare and you want to say like, okay, next cycle, I want to have $500,000. So you have to 100x your portfolio. Is that doable? Yes, it's not impossible, but it's hard, right? So what I did is I have a certain amount of money in crypto right now. And I have a goal for myself, and I looked at my portfolio, at the coins and at the dollars, and I just looked at both scenarios for Bitcoin. Let me get a cleaner chart. I looked at both scenarios for Bitcoin. So I looked at the fact that, okay, if Bitcoin goes up to where I think it's going, what would my portfolio do with the amount of coins I have at this moment, and would I achieve my goal? And I looked also, what if crypto comes down, right? To wherever I'm pointing to 5K, that's not probably not going to happen. But you know, what if it comes down? Do I lose a lot of these coins? And do I have enough money, dollars, fiat, to buy then? And the answer was no, in the last case. Right, so I was like, okay, what amount of money do I need in coins right now to achieve my goal? And then first you have to know what crypto is going to do. You have to have an expectation of what crypto is going to do. If you looked at one of my previous videos, you know that I think that Bitcoin will see at least $200,000, which is a 10x for Bitcoin, which puts altcoins at average around 20x at least, right? So I'm just basing on that. So I feel like, okay, I have this amount in crypto. My portfolio will do a 20x, give or take. If the bull market really goes on and we see the top of the next cycle, what amount of money do I have then, and is that enough for me to reach my goal? So that's what I first was thinking about. And then I was thinking like, okay, is my ratio between cash and coins good, right? So, and I was overly exposed in coins and I had too little cash, because you do not want to feel like shit when this happens, right? That's already painful enough, but you want to be happy if this happens. But you also want to be happy if this happens. So make a good ratio in that. So what I did is I sold a lot of stuff. Also, because another couple of things. Oh yeah, it's basically what I said already. But the weekly RSI, it's just not looking good. And I made a video about that. And for example, Phantom or something like that. I can show you real quick in this video what I mean. Every time the stochastic RSI is overbought, and don't get me wrong, it could stay here. I could be wrong, by the way. It could do this. And Phantom goes up, right? But if we just look at some statistics, and that's not what's going to happen, but that gives us the most likely scenario. If we look at every time it was that overbought, what happened? Okay, so that's what I started to look at. Okay, Phantom here, it was pretty overbought. Let's just take it from the top of this to the bottom of this, right? What happened? Phantom went down 78%. So let me pin that right here. So every time it happens, worst case scenario. And we have already seen this, right? We're probably already here, but still 77%. Okay, cool. Next one, top was here, right? So that was here. And in the meantime, we could go down and could go up like this, right? But that's just 11% from here, right? But at the end of the day, we went from the top to the bottom right here, which was 82%. This one was a bit more tricky because here we were also at the top. So you might be like, fuck yeah, I'm selling right here. I'm selling the top, right? And then it goes another 139% up. But if you you have to sell there then if you want to realize your profits, right? And that's what most people are not so good at. So I will focus on that more at this channel as well. If you were to just hold, then and it's like this never happened, right? And then at the end of the day, to the bottom, again down 84%, right? So that's also what happened right here. So from the top to the bottom, down 94%. So not looking that good. So 77, 82, and 94%. So now we weren't that high as we were back then. So I don't expect a 90 or an 80% drop. But I, at least want to assume something worse just in case, right? So let's say, okay, it's not that bad this time. It's just a 50% drop. Well, I don't want to lose half of my portfolio again. I lost fucking enough already. So in that case, I want to, I made a goal for myself, like I said, and I was just looking at my portfolio and I was looking like, okay, Phantom, for example. How much Phantom do I have? Okay, I got that much Phantom. What do I want to have at the end of the day? Okay, do I already have quite a lot compared to what I have? With some tokens, the answer was yes. So therefore I sold some because I feel like there might be some blood to come in this case. Because if we go down from the top of where we were right here, right? So that's this right here. And we go down 50% from that. That puts Phantom at around 19 cents. That's exactly this trend line, right? So that's what I think might happen. And that doesn't sound like a lot because we already had some. But still from here, that's 23%. If I have $1,000 in Phantom right now, for example, then I have 750. Why, I'm just cashing out my $1,000, right? Well, not everything, but just metaphorically. So I can buy it in back here, right? Because if I have $1,000 right here, and it goes up again to where we are right now, it's 30% gain. So then I'm not playing even, then I have $1,300. Also, if we do see around like, this was 77, this was 82, and this was 94. Let's say we do see 70%, which is also still best case scenario out of these three. Then it puts us around, here we go, well, wouldn't you know, 68 to round it up, around this trend line. And it depends on how I draw it, but also, around this. So that's 13 cents for Phantom. That's half of where we are right now. I don't want to lose half of my current portfolio. So what I'm basically doing, my tactic at this moment, I already kind of discussed, of course, but I'm just looking at some altcoins that I feel like, okay, do I have enough of these for now? Do I have too little, or do I have maybe a little more than I should have? And it's with pain in my heart because I don't, it doesn't feel good, right? I mean, we came all this way down and now you feel like selling here? What the fuck? This is not like for the long term, you can just hold if you already have it and eventually it will go up again. You will be in profit, but yeah, I feel like there's more profit to be made with this kind of stuff. Another example, if we go to Chainlink, for example, last time the stochastic RSI was, in the overbought territory. It was here, right? And when we look at that point to the moment, it, was here at the bottom. That is here. And that's 57% down, right? We are now almost halfway down with this one. But yeah, there is a lot, like, I mean, we can come down right here and then hover sideways and then it can go lower, right? Made lower lows right here. So yeah, I kind of expect a lot for these altcoins to happen in that case, and for Chainlink as well. If we go to around 50% dump, yeah, it takes us to a level that I already had marked on my trading view. And that's around $3.50. So that's really like something that won't happen tomorrow probably. But you have to keep in consideration that if you take a look at the Bitcoin dominance at this moment, look, I draw this because this probably happens, right? It is at an overstall territory. So what probably happens is that the Bitcoin dominance, and then blap, shoots up, and blop. It will go sideways probably for a while, but shoots up. And that might be... that might mean that this goes up, right? And if the dominance goes up, yeah, then it's getting very exciting, because if Bitcoin goes sideways while that happens, then it means that altcoins go down a lot. If this happens when when Bitcoin goes down, then altcoins are fucked. If this happens while Bitcoin goes up, then altcoins, yeah, won't maybe change that much. But yeah, when I look at these indicators, I feel like there is a better way to buy in later. So I sold a lot. Also, I have a lot of coins locked for staking or whatever, which I can't sell, which is probably good, because that way I cannot let my emotions lead the way, and I'm gonna just have to do with what I can, right? But yeah, for Bitcoin, the macros are not looking that great. The Mt. Gox is releasing, and that won't have that much of an impact in my opinion, but it can create some FUD, which can create the impact. So indirectly, yes, it can have an impact. So the stochastic RSI, there are also some indicators pointing out that Bitcoin hasn't seen the bottom yet, while the Bitcoin dominance is sitting at a support level right now, which makes me think that altcoins have a lot of room to go down still. And, it might be that I'm wrong, like I said, and that it will stay down here for a while, or that it finally breaks this trend, which has been in since the last 1.5 years. In that case, altcoins go up. So I'm trying to be prepared for both scenarios right here, because planning for one scenario always got me wrecked in crypto. It never worked out for me. I've also sold my AVAX for $20, which was yesterday. So it should be at 20 yesterday. Yeah, I sold it at $20 yesterday. Now it's sitting at 17, so it's pretty fine. So what I expect for a lot of these altcoins, well, I made a video saying what my buy targets are, and it kind of looked like they are getting hit, most of them. I mean, if you were a little earlier on this, and this goes for myself as well, when we were here, then I would have sold AVAX for around $29, right? And I didn't have to face these losses. Well, I sold at 20, so I didn't have to face the losses of 35%, which is quite a lot. So I can go through all these charts, and some altcoins are bouncing nicely off of this support level, which is good, but this indicates to me that there is more blood to come. So what I'm doing right now is the following. So what I'm basically doing right now, I just made a watch list for the coins that I want to buy. For example, Uniswap. I want Uniswap, right? Do I already have Uniswap? No. In that case, I'm gonna just dollar cost. So it's very vague, like, okay, but you're talking about selling and buying at the same time. What is it, right? If I don't have anything that I want, then I'm gonna buy it right now. Right, because it is sitting at a tight support level. There are more support levels to come, right? But I'm dollar costing here, I'm dollar costing here, I'm dollar costing here, because at the end of the day, it will go back up here, definitely, right? But if I buy it all right now, right, and it goes back down, then I miss out on, then I lose 40%. Plus, I can make way more gains. Look, if I buy it all right now and it goes back up, then I make a 6x. That's great. But if I dollar cost here, here, and here, then this will be around my average and it goes back up, then I already make a 10x, right? So therefore, dollar costing is the way to go. Plus, you don't have to, like I said, suffer these temporary losses, which are very painful, and it can make you make stupid decisions like buying here, selling here. But if I already bought some altcoins in the past or lately or whatever, I'm just restructuring my portfolio right now, and I'm just looking like, okay, how much Uniswap do I have? Oh, that's already quite a lot compared to what I want to have in total. In that case, I might want to sell some, even if I bought here, even if I bought and I now have to sell in a loss, because I feel like maybe I'm gonna need that money, right, to buy back here and here. Because again, this will reset. And Uniswap is a great example. This only has been that high here, right? What happened here? From the top, so that's around here, you first made an 80% gain. Great. But at the bottom, if we look at the bottom, you still, at the end of the day, lost 45% from the top to this bottom. was already 64%. And from the top to this bottom right here, if you want to measure that, that's 76%. And again, here, when it peaked, you bought here, and you didn't buy there, I don't know what you did. But from the top to the bottom right here, also 73%. Now again, super high, super high. So let's say this is the top. What might happen? 70%, not that unthinkable. So, you know, $3.30 for Uniswap. Man, if I can sell a little bit right now for $6 and I can buy back at $6.30 or $3.30, which is around half of it, it's great. Then the gains will be a lot more, because then from the bottom to the top is a 12x instead of where we are right now, which was, what is it, 6x, around 7x, right? It matters a lot. So, and the moral of the story, try to figure out for yourself, like, okay, like I said at the beginning of the video, if I have, you know, you have a certain amount of money in crypto, right? In general. Cool, that's it. That's what it is. But take the part that you have in your coins right now. And if you feel like, okay, if the bull run comes, then this is my expectation. Do I reach my goal? Yeah, okay, great. Do you easily reach your goal? And consider that if it goes down again, do you have enough money to buy? And if that answer is no, then you might want to consider selling some stuff. Even if you felt like you're married to a certain project, and letting go of emotions is super hard, but do it. So that's it for today. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Help me out here. Let's do this together, guys. We are all gonna make it. I hope you make the right decisions. And we're gonna do this, man. I'll be here every single day. So see you tomorrow. Bye.